Hey everyone, this is Taz. Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited today. In this video, I'm going to add Apple CarPlay to my Tesla Model Y. So here is the dashboard. This is from Hansshow. So I'm gonna do a detailed review and how to install this dashboard in this video. So guys, let's get started. Before getting into the installation process, I want to highlight some of the amazing features of this display. So the number one key feature is it has Apple CarPlay. How cool is that? Another cool feature is that we can use Waze for navigation and it will let us know about traffic, cops and crashes. Seamless app integration, so we can use Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Maps and a lot more. So now we only listen to Spotify. It does not block Tesla's air vent, so it has its own inbuilt air vent and the air will pass through it.
Hey Siri, open left garage door.
Opening the left garage door.
Woohoo! This is yet another awesome feature. It will open and close the garage with voice command. This also comes with a front camera. That's a bonus. So now we can see what's going on in front of our Tesla. It's unboxing time. The dashboard display and all the essential parts came in this box. So here's the main wiring harness for the dashboard display. Next, here is the adapter cable for the dashboard display. It also comes with a simple plastic tool, a few screws, so the installation doesn't require any special tools. We just need a simple screwdriver. It also comes with a front camera, so all the wirings and cables are also included. Here is the USB stick. Here is the dashboard display touchscreen. So this is compatible for both Model 3 and Y, and this is inspired by Model S and X. Here is how the back side of the display looks like. In the box, I'm also seeing a few more things. So here is the fixed bracket for the dashboard display and here is the positioning sticker. It also comes with warranty and support. So they offer 1 year extended warranty service. And here is the manual. So there are QR codes. You can scan the code for installation manual and video. We are ready to install the dashboard. So first I'm going to turn off the power. So go to safety and power off, click on that. So next we are going to remove the door seal. Next we are going to remove this panel on the left side. We have to do the same on the right side as well. So use the tool that came with the display. So it's pretty easy to do this. So we have removed the panel and gently remove the panel that's close to the door as well. There is a clip. When we remove that, we'll be able to remove the panel on the passenger door. So next let's go to the left side. So we have to remove this triangle panel on the left side as well. So use the tool and gently remove it. So on the left side, we don't have to remove any other panels. Next, we have to remove the middle panel that's behind the screen and the steering wheel. So be very gentle. There are no screws. So gently remove the panel. We have successfully removed the panel, so keep this in a safe place. Next, we have to keep the positioning sticker. So there are 3 dots on the sticker. So that should be aligned to the 3 holes on the panel. So align it properly. So here are the 3 dots that has to be perfectly aligned to the 3 holes on the panel. So this is perfect. There are 3 harness plugs on the back side of the display, so we have to pass those plugs through this hole. So there are 3 dots on the sticker and the holes on the panel, so pass them through that. Now we can keep the display on the panel, so align it properly. There are 3 pointed things, those have to go into the hole, and then gently press them. The display will sit pretty well on the panel. Here's how the back side looks like, and here's where we have to keep the bracket. So pass the harness cable through the bracket and we have to secure it with screws. So screws are included, so use a screwdriver and then tighten the bracket. Here are the plugs that's coming from the back side of the display. So we have to connect this to the adapter cable. So everything is clearly labeled. So plug 1 to plug 1 and plug 2 has to be connected to plug 2. Here is the third plug. This has to be connected to the camera. So we're gonna do that in a bit. And the end of this, there's another plug. We have to connect it to the main harness cable. So this one goes to the main harness cable. So the main wiring harness is now connected to the display. We're gonna take everything now and we're gonna install this. So we have to run the wiring harness along the edge like so, and then the end of the wiring harness, it has to be connected over here. So this white plug has to be connected. There is an extra connection, so if you're connecting any other device you can use this. So we are not going to connect anything now. And there are also other connections we have to make. So here is another plug, so this has to be connected over here. So total we have made 3 connections. So this one, if you have Intel, you have to use this. We have AMD, so we don't have to use this one. So we have made all the connections. So this is the main wiring harness. Everything's been perfectly connected.
Woo! It's already displaying, so it works. Indicator is working. Okay, left indicator is working. Now let's see, there's I think a menu like this. Look at that. Oh, this is so nice. It picked up everything. Apparently it charges, so that's the car's charge, I guess. Look at that, 72%. It gives you the car's charge.
So everything seems to be working. Here's the CarPlay icon. So we have to connect to Bluetooth. Right now we are connecting to Bluetooth. So CarPlay is showing on the display right now. So the display is working well and it looks sleek and stunning. So we're going to configure some of the settings, and later in this video I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough of all the amazing features on this display. So we have some more work to do. We're going to set up the front camera. Here's the front camera. So it comes with the display. It's working fine. So look at us on the display. So this is like a dream come true for me, as I always wish to have a front camera for my Tesla. So we are super thrilled to install this. I'm going to take you guys through the entire installation process. So guys, let's do it. Open the front. So we have to remove everything from the front. So on this basket, it's attached by 4 bolts. So we have to remove all the bolts. So use a socket and then we have to remove these. Take off the seal from the front. So this is pretty easy to do. Just pull it off and it will come off. So we have to remove this part. So use a screwdriver and gently remove it. So don't apply too much pressure. It might break. So be very gentle. So it came off. We have to also remove this air intake panel. So the good thing is that there are no screws or nails. So we just have to pull it and it will come off, and keep everything safe because we have to keep everything back after we install the front camera. There are also a couple of bolts on the front. So remove that as well. So we can remove this part. Here is the harness for the camera. So the other end has the camera. So here's the camera. So we are going to install the camera on the front. So pass this harness through this grill hole. Bring the cable through here. Gently pull the cable and bring it over here. It's pretty long. So after the cable has reached here, we can keep this basket down. So here is the camera. We have to position the camera perfectly, and there's a tape to stick it. We'll be doing that in a bit. So here is the cable, very long cable. So we pull the cable till here. Now the cable has to go through here. Have a torch and utility knife ready. You will need that. So I'm going to show it to you guys. So as we go inside this hole, you will see a rubber plug, this one. So we're gonna cut this, not all the way through, a small cut on the top part of this rubber plug. So use a small sharp knife and make a cut on the top part. We are using a utility knife and we are going to make that cut. So ensure you don't cut it all the way through. Just make a slight cut on the top part. So it's a bit hard to show it to you guys, but I'm trying. I hope you can see it. Yep, so we made that cut. Next, we are going to pass the cable through this cut that we just made. So we have to get a bit creative here. So what we are doing is we are attaching the cable to a long, slightly thick rod, and then we are using a painter's tape and then taping the cable and the rod together. So that way, so this rod is slightly thick, so it will go through that cut. We are going to pull the cable through here under the glow box. So we have to make sure this is open. So there is a clip. So remove that and we'll be able to open this part. So this is under the glow box. As you can see, we have opened this part. So now we'll be able to pull the cable through this. So don't have to completely open it. For doing this, 2 people are required. So right now from the outside, I'm pushing the rod with the cable connected to it through the slit we made. And on the other hand, my husband is pulling the rod. So once it goes through the slit, you can pull it under the glow box. While doing this, we gotta be very patient and gentle as well. So keep pulling. As you can see, this is the kind of rod we used, and for extra support, we tied the cable to a thread. And finally, here is the cable. Yay! Oh my god. It's a bit of work, but totally worth it. This is awesome. We have pulled the entire cable. So for extra protection, we're going to wrap the cable with electrical tape. So the cable that's going inside the car, we're going to do that. Keep the cable under this front basket and place the basket over it. Now we are going to connect the front camera plug to the display. So it's labeled as 3, so that's where it goes. Now we gotta keep everything back on the front. Keep the air inlet panel back, so make sure everything is secured well and ensure there are no loose parts. And now we can close the trunk. Next, we have to run the main wiring harness cable from the display over here on the dashboard. So there are some screws. We have to remove all the screws. So gently remove this part. Run the harness through this, and then we are going to connect it to the back of the display. After running the harness, I'm going to keep the panel back and secure it with screws. Now we are going to keep this panel back, so this has the display. And we are going to close all the panels on the left side, right side, and on the bottom passenger side. Tuck all the harness inside and then close the panel. Finally, we are gonna put the door seal back and we are done, guys. We have successfully installed the display and the front camera. Oh yeah, we have one more step to do to mount the camera. So it comes with the mount and also a tape. So here's the mount. So we're gonna keep the camera on this mount. It comes with a double-sided tape. So we're gonna apply the tape and then we're gonna glue this over here. Also, don't forget to put the screws so it will be intact. So the front camera installation is complete.
So the main reason we got this was because of Apple CarPlay. So you know, almost every car is BMW, Mercedes, everyone's got Apple CarPlay, and Tesla doesn't have Apple CarPlay. So this display is going to give you Apple CarPlay or Android Auto if you're on the Android ecosystem. Now I can show you how this works. So that's your number one reason. And the second reason would be that you don't have to turn your head to the side, right? Like it's all your speed navigation information is displayed right in front of you, and it's, you know, you don't have to turn left, right to get that details. And the third reason is this is the similar display that's in Model X and Model S, right? So it gives you that look. So Model S and X, they both have the big dashboard display, and then there is another display in front of your steering wheel. And then I think this works best if you don't have that traditional steering wheel. If you have the yoke steering wheel, it's much better because you have clear visibility. Now, one common question that people ask a lot is, because this thing is placed right in front of the air vent, if it would block the air. And the thing is, this is the newest model. The last model, that was an issue, but with this model, they actually have an air vent built into this device. So this gap here is actually an air vent. Okay, so what it does is it transfers mechanically the air from Tesla vent to here. So if you turn on the fan, we can demonstrate. See, turn on the fan. Let's turn on the fan. Okay. And now I can turn off, that way you can see. Now it's turned off and then it goes back right there. Now this display comes with its own operating system and you can just live with that, right? So, but the biggest problem is most people don't want to learn a new screen. And that's why you want to go with something that you're already familiar with, like Apple Play or Android Auto. So I'm not going to demonstrate the display as it comes, but we can just go straight into the Apple CarPlay. Your Bluetooth setting on your phone, you can just select CarPlay and then it'll switch to CarPlay. But also, so you can just slide down here. If you slide down here, this is Apple CarPlay and this is Android Auto. In addition, look at this, you can open the right door, you can open the left driver's side door, right passenger side rear door, and then fold the mirrors. And this is, you can move the seat front and back. This is the passenger seat front and back, and this is battery preconditioning. Okay, and you can adjust the volume. So from here, we're gonna go to Apple CarPlay, and in order to go back to CarPlay, click here, And look at this, you've got Waze, all your apps here. You can listen to Amazon Music, Google Maps, okay, and Spotify and Waze. So this is what most people like. So we're going to use Waze, and then you can just navigate wherever you want. Now this one is mimicking the screen here. So it gives you this speedometer, and we can drive and show this, I think. I think this is the biggest reason why anybody would get this device, is to get Apple CarPlay. Like even responding to messages is so easy using Apple CarPlay. Like Tesla is sometimes it doesn't get it when you want to reply to text messages, whereas Apple CarPlay, it almost does it perfectly. And then you can change the settings here. If you go to settings, you can set driving focus, activate with CarPlay, and then announce messages. Appearance, you can change the appearance. We set it to automatic. You can say always dark. I can just listen to, let's say if I do Spotify, the nice thing is I can see what's available on Spotify and select. So look at this, I can select, I can see what's going on. And this is without Tesla premium connectivity. See, if you get premium connectivity and if you have Spotify premium, then you can use Spotify. Right now, we don't even have premium connectivity. We only get it when we're going on a road trip. Otherwise, we don't use it. The only reason we would need is for watching Netflix, right? So right now we're using the data from our phone, and look, we can see, and we don't even have Spotify premium. We can see, we can play, let's say we play this, Dua Lipa. You can get the music output through the built-in speakers or through the car stereo system. So some people may be concerned if this is going to void the Tesla warranty, and the fact is it's not, because it's a Bluetooth device that connects to the infotainment system and your phone. It is a read-only device, which means it can only read whatever information is available, and it's not going to write anything back. So it's secure in that way. And the only thing it's doing is it's connecting to Tesla to tap on the power. It's a low voltage power, and so I don't see why it would cause any problem. But there are consumer protection laws in place, which means Tesla cannot decline warranty on the full car because we have this setup. They can only decline it if they can prove that this aftermarket part caused an issue, which it's not going to cause. Like, it's less likely for this small device that is interfacing through Bluetooth to cause any problem, and it's only doing it read-only. Cost, right? People are concerned about, oh, it's very expensive, and it is. So it is not something that anybody like requires. It's a nice to have. So I think it's $400-$500, whatever it is. Sometimes it goes on sale, so check it out. But it's, if you're used to this Tesla screen and you don't need CarPlay, then you're fine. You don't need this, right? But this is, if you want to make your Tesla look like the Model S or Model X, then this is it. And then you get CarPlay with it, so that's the bonus. Now there's a lot of configurations you can change to make it to your preference, and we're not going to show you everything, but if you go to the Hansshow website, they will show you. I think there's a video that demonstrates exactly what you can do with all the customization. But overall, I love this. Mainly, number one reason is I have CarPlay, and yeah, that's the biggest thing. And then I also like the fact that, we have this automatic garage door openers, and I can just issue a command, voice command, and it will open our garage doors. Previously, we had to issue the command and take out the phone and unlock the phone. It will ask you to unlock. So it's an extra step of grabbing the phone and unlocking with my face. But now I can just issue the command because CarPlay is authenticated with my phone, and that stays authenticated all the time. So now we can demonstrate this, right? So we can say, hey Siri, open left garage door.
Opening the left garage door.
There we go. So it opened the left garage door. I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm not touching anything, just purely voice. Hey Siri, open right garage door. And that's gonna open our right garage
Opening
door.
the right garage door.
Okay, and then I'm gonna issue a command to close both the doors. Hey Siri, close all garage doors. And
Closing the garage doors.
there we go. I love this. This is so convenient, you know. So when I'm driving in, I can even open the door like a minute away from the house. And then if you want to, let's say when Tesla makes updates, if for whatever reason your display starts behaving abnormally, you can update the firmware. So contact Hansshow and they will give you the latest firmware, which that is going to be compatible with the new version of Tesla software. And you can, there's a few different ways you can do that. It comes with the jump drive. We don't have that here, but it's and you can plug in the jump drive. You can download the new firmware onto the jump drive, USB jump drive, and then you can plug in the jump drive here and then start the firmware update. I can show you that screen here. So if you go here, go back and exit. So if you go here, settings, there is an over-the-air upgrade. You can click that and that'll do the update. Or you can just do this, and there is you can do this over, if you click here, also over the air using your phone's hotspot. So you can use, you have to rename your phone name to car and put the personal hotspot password to 1234567 and then you will be able to download and automatically do the over-the-air firmware update. So you don't have to worry about that either. Like if in the event, which is less likely, but if it does happen, because it's happened before, if it does happen, all you have to do is get a new firmware update and then it'll start working again. So you don't have to worry about your device, you know, becoming a brick. Okay, now let's say we're going to drive. It also comes with the camera for the front. So, you know, sometimes it's so hard to see the below the front bumper. And now if I put it in drive, look at this. We've installed the camera. So look at that. So I can see now the front below the front bumper. And let's see, I'm gonna go. Now I can see the rear camera from here and the front camera. So I can see front and back. Now I can start driving. So you see it stays on, so I can still see the front bumper. And once I start driving, it disappears. So I think it's gotta hit somewhat of a speed, like 20 kilometers, I guess. 20 kilometers per hour, and it flips over. I think if it's in miles, it's gotta hit 20 miles per hour. And now automatically it's on Apple CarPlay. Look at that. Now I can launch Waze. I can talk to Waze if I want to. Navigate to Victoria Park. I don't think it goes like that. Oh, there it is. So it came up, and then I can just. Okay, so Waze is there. I can, when I do the autopilot, it highlights it here. So now I have my speed limit, the speed I'm going in. And look at that. So this, look at this. And then I can play music, right? If I say, hey Siri, play Spotify. It switches.
Now playing rock mix on Spotify.
Open Spotify. Waze. So we're navigating through Waze. We can switch to Spotify if you want. And we can even have other maps. Right? We can have, see, you can even message using WhatsApp. Amazon Music, Google Maps, Apple Music, Apple Maps, messages, everything is here. And you can also control it with just using your scroll bar.
Watch out, construction on road ahead.
See? Yeah, that's what it is. Hey Siri, open right garage door.
Opening the right garage door.
There it is.
The front cam.
And then if I park here and then I can see my front camera and go inside the garage. Look at that, I can see nicely all the way. That's it.
This dashboard display is an awesome upgrade to my Tesla Model Y. So it blends really well with the Tesla interior and all the functionalities are just awesome. I would highly recommend this dashboard display, and if you're interested to buy this, I'll post the link in the description below. Check that out. So the good news is I have a discount code for you guys. Use my code TAS, THAS, and you will be able to save 22%. That's a wrap, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back with more Tesla videos. Until then, take care everyone, drive safe, be happy, and bye.